I got a dog that doesn't bark, got a car that doesn't start. I'm so poor, I'm at Walmart. Yeah, got about 50 things on my mind. Got my girl asking me where I find. I say it all the time. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. I remember when this shit used to exist. TikTok, Xbox, PlayStation, GTA 6 in the making. Life's fucked up, what can you do? I'm used to losing.
Wall Street! Losing at everything I do. Life's fucked up, right? Hit that like, hit that subscribe, because you're gonna find a way to get through this fucked up life.
One layout reminder to the nation, being nice ain't an obligation.
Wouldn't it be a beautiful sensation? Wall Street, Pete, Sick Dough, and Crypto. Come on over, hit the bell, all notifications. Become a subscriber today. Trying to break 5,000 subscribers. We're already only at 2.1, but every day we come to you live talking about this crypto space, breaking it down for you. Crypto news, technical analysis from a guy who used to work on Wall Street. So thank you so much for your continued support. We're going to talk about a couple things this morning, and you can see what's going on right now through CoinGlass. Long-short ratio this morning. And what is the biggest mistake that maybe one trader or a crypto trader may make today? This is still a mistake that could be made, but one point in time, this mistake can no longer be made because there will be a point in time where you already fucked up so bad there won't be a mistake. So we're going to talk about that this morning. The biggest mistake, and what is it? Well, the biggest mistake you might be making in cryptocurrency is not buying any Bitcoin or not buying any Ethereum. Could be one of the biggest mistakes you've ever made. We're going to talk about these head and shoulders patterns and how they've been developing and how 60% moves towards this rally has been a continuous 80 and 60% moves that have came and come. We've seen this go, and we're going to talk about this head and shoulders pattern inverted, how we may be seeing another quick dip to the downside, and how this could be continuing with a nice big break on this big resistance that we've received. So we're going to talk about that as well. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, hit the like and subscribe. Become a member, become a Wolves member. All you do is hit that bell notification and subscribe and hit the bell also when we do go live. You'll see Killer Whale still talking about that coming into play. I kind of fell in my love for it kind of fell. Do we have our mic up? I want to make sure we're talking. Okay, we're good to go. It is the 30th of May.
Chances of whether we're going to be breaking to the upside or breaking to the downside.
I was excited this morning. Wanted to talk about the inflows. And the inflows this morning for May 29th. This was yesterday. You can see here we have the chart on the top. Thank you to Farside Investors. You got BlackRock and you got the rest of the big institutions all the way from Grayscales, and still looking at Grayscale selling 31.1 Bitcoin. But if you pay attention, definitely to mention the total Bitcoin bought that yesterday was about 30 close. We're talking about 28.3 Bitcoin. So overall, BlackRock getting 24.6. Grayscales takes us down to almost a -6. Pretty bad right there, as you can pay attention to that. And talking about 6.5-ish. As you can see, then we had a 17.7 buy up. So the Bitcoin did find itself buying in the positive finally. You can see 102 the day before that here for BlackRock. And then you can see Grayscales. They had to match it. They had to really just mess with you. So we're going to talk about the Bitcoin chart this morning. We're going to talk about how a lot of the market here, you can see either very bearish or totally bearish this morning. So we got a 33% plus a 16%. So we got half the market really just ready for this to keep dipping. 20%, just about 1/5 of the market is sitting with liquid, waiting to make a move. And you do have the other rest looking to see if we're bullish or very bullish. So we're going to talk about that this morning. You can see, well, who would take the biggest hit? Well, it looks like the short Bitcoin bulls, the shorts versus the bulls, looks like the shorts would take the biggest hit. It would look like it would be a short squeeze there if we started going parabolic to the upside. So I want to talk about that as well. Just big news. Really good news. Ex-FTX executive Salam, he's sentenced to 7.5 years in prison, 90 months. Probably not long enough for what these people did. He was the one who stole tens and tens of millions of dollars. this is, a big sign in the crypto space just saying, hey, guess what? If you screw this up, if you do crazy malicious activities, you're going to pay for it. So it's a big thing. It's very, very bullish. Talking about the crypto space, 2.53 trillion market cap. And let's get in it this morning, talking about Bitcoin and how you can understand here, this could be the consolidation of the right shoulder. Where my price range is, a lot of people want to know what those are, and they're very important. Right now I have a chart, and I don't have it on this particular one. It's more of the 4-hourly. We're paying attention to a daily here. This is a daily. Each chart represents here the daily candle, and you can see right about 62,000. That is my support. If we start falling or really, really breaking below that 62,000, this price here and this pattern could be completely over, and you're going to be talking about some very low, bad prices. I don't think that's going to happen, so we're just giving you the quick BS scenario that could happen. Why? Because I'd like to prepare you for that. My number one scenario here where I think we could test is that 74,000, giving us a repeat here, creating the right shoulder, get a quick dip coming in here, and then I believe we do bounce up here coming in. That would be retesting to the 74,000. If we do break above and beyond this resistance, show me a new high, I will show you a new buy, and that would be pretty exciting. So Bitcoin is doing something like that. If you see here, we did have a pattern, left shoulder, inverted head coming down right about there. I had it pretty well. There it is. So you can see the repeat of history, 80% move, 60% move here. This was a big 80% move. So you can see how the head is formed here, inverted, getting the right shoulder. What happens? The right shoulder continues to break out. And then once again, like I said, you can see here, this is an upward head and shoulders pattern, and we did absolutely crush it. Could be the right shoulder, more importantly here, if you really watch the pattern, and that could be what we're looking at. So pretty exciting news. This is about what Bitcoin is doing now. If you see in consolidation phase right now from the top of the 74 from March 14th of 2024. So Bitcoin is looking to do something. I do believe that we can hold the 64,500. If we start breaking below the 62,000, there is an alarm that is sounding, and I will be seeing a major dip into here, coming and retesting all the way to 51,000 and a half. Once again, I will repeat, I do not believe that is going to be happening. So very important to understand that as that continues to go along. Talking about the crypto space, we've been getting a little bit off our game here, but we do know that the presidential election is coming. Gas prices are going up. I've noticed that as well. Can't wait for that to be changed. But this is what we're continuing to look at. Same thing with Ethereum. So the Ethereum ETF approval has came and gone, and you can see here right now we broke out of this pattern. I wish you could go back to the video where I was saying this pattern is going to break out, and as soon as it does, we're going to take some profits. You can see here now getting a double top for Ethereum. We'll see, do we get the next leg to the upside? That is very important. I do believe that the 36.54 price is very important for Ethereum. What are we looking at right now? This is an upward W. I'm not sure if you understand that. A double test, so get rid of the mess that I'm showing you here. We're getting a double top. I do expect some pullbacks here. I do expect the double top M pattern, which could possibly be happening. You can see it right here. Worst case scenario for this particular chart, I do believe, is the 3285.34. So pay attention to that price very well. Let's take a peek and see what the Ethereum pullback on the Fibonacci sequence level would particularly be if we did that move. I'm kind of curious. Real quick coming in, and now that would be a very bearish momentum. We would have to spike right back up off here. So as you can see here, 50% pullback is typical. Excuse me, I'm stumbling over my words this morning. But a 50% pullback is 33.88, so I don't really expect that. So I am going to retrace a little bit, and looking at this technical analysis, you can see here support in the past. It looks pretty strong here in this area, so I like it. I will tell you right now, by doing technical analysis, and that's what changes it, the eye isn't the best. Technical analysis is the best. We're looking for about 3,388 price. That's about where we could be seeing the next great buy for Ethereum. So not financial advice. This is Gentleman Twice as Nice. Pay attention to this. I do believe that Ethereum, like I said one more time, you can see a double top M pattern. Very, very bearish. If we break through the 36.54, we're not bouncing up like that. We will continue to fall down. That'll correlate with the Bitcoin price. I was just explaining to you how I do believe that the 62,000 should be there. So we'll be bouncing off that about the same time. We'll be finding a bounce off the Ethereum price of a 50% pullback, or we just bounce off the 36. So those are the two correlations. Why I'm talking about them too is so important. Shiba Inu, it made its move we talked about. You can see here, I said this breakout will come up. We're either going to find resistance at the 29.89, 3,000 price just about, or we're going, you can watch this in the last video. I did this literally 3 days ago, and you can see we broke out exactly as predicted. I said If we broke above the 3,000 level, you will find ourselves circling and most likely taking profits here. That's still going to happen on Shiba Inu. It's just a little bit more patience time. What I'm expecting is building support right here. Each candle represents 1 day. You can see the beautiful bounce right off here. So what we're doing here instead is getting ready to do a little support here. Instead of bouncing to the 36, we're getting it, the resistance at the red line instead. I said there was 2 chances for that, here and there. We're getting it here. It's pretty clear as day. We're going to get that bounce, hopefully come through. Once we break through this area of that 3,000, you will be able to get to the 3,600. That is my particular strategy. You can see double top M from there happening. Same kind of thing with Ethereum, right? So Ethereum, this is an Ethereum layer 2 project. You can see what happens. Ethereum goes first. Then Ethereum gets its move. You can see the double top. You can see the breakout of the same exact pattern. Let's pay attention. Ethereum, right? Pattern right here. Falling wedge, ABC-like correction. Breaks out. Now you're going to get your little consolidation. It's near the end of the month. Maybe this is what happens, and I'll explain it to you all here. I said about 2 months down. Maybe that June starts off this beautiful run at this price. Maybe June, we bounce here, and we're off to the races. So that's what I think could be happening. And if not, and the bearish scenario continues, we will be continuing to consolidate in this pattern down all the way to here until about October area, September. And you already know what happens in October. We've talked about it over and over and over and over. So you got to expect things to happen that are unexpected in cryptocurrency, because if you expect it and everyone else does, it's going to get a little too easy. So we have to understand crypto is difficult. They want you to do something. They want you to follow a narrative, and then it's the opposite that always happens. We know that. So if you enjoy the videos, we're talking about Ethereum and Bitcoin this morning. Your biggest mistake. This could be your biggest mistake. What happens when Bitcoin goes to 1 million? What happens when Bitcoin goes that far and you just keep saying over and over, you sound like a dumb, silly robot? Oh man, I wish I bought Bitcoin. Oh man, I wish I bought Bitcoin. How many times could you say that, right? This could be where Bitcoin is infinite price range could happen. There's a supply shock. Ethereum ETF happened. Where's the ETF price bouncing? Don't really see it. I see a 33.90 price coming. It's 3,700. Buy the rumors, sell the news. I think a lot of people knew that May 23rd, that was the approval for the Ethereum. Approval or the decline. And what happened? Everyone rallied behind it. It was pretty obvious. And you can see by the charts, they're telling you. So don't be surprised if you expect a little bit of some FUD here coming in. Double top 100% for that Ethereum price. But like I said, that right shoulder is going to be forming. So what are we expecting? Well, the longer we see this consolidation phase, it's going to be a bigger bounce that we receive towards the upside. A bigger rally, a more parabolic move. Right now, we're building this little M pattern. And I am telling you right now, I do see what's going to happen. It's going to fool a lot of you. And your biggest mistake may be owning 0 Bitcoin, 0 Ethereum. What's happening? Well, you're trying to become a millionaire overnight, and you really need to cut the shit and be real with yourself. What is the most finite, the most important asset in the crypto space? You'll really need to sit down and think about it and stop trying to be a millionaire overnight. Maybe that is your problem. If you're enjoying these videos, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Used to work on the New York Mercantile Exchange. None of this is financial advice. This is a gentleman twice as nice. Worked for about a decade in the New York Mercantile Exchange, and we loved it. We learned a lot from some of the best traders in the world. So if you're just watching these videos and you're not subscribed, now is the time to either hit the like button or perhaps do both and become a subscriber. Hit in the comment, what crypto asset? We have a video coming very shortly for you. Top 20 cryptocurrencies I will be holding into 2024, coming into the first quarter of 2025. So if you've been waiting for that video should be coming very soon. I am working very hard for it on making that video. Thank you so much and have a fantastic week.
fucked up, what can you do? I got a dog that doesn't bark, got a car that doesn't start. I'm so poor, I'm at Walmart. Yeah, got about 50 things on my mind. Got my girl asking me where I find. I say it all the time. Nintendo, Sega Genesis. I remember when this shit used to exist. TikTok, Xbox, PlayStation, GTA 6 in the making. Life's fucked up, what can you do? I'm used to losing everything that I do. I'm used to losing to everything. One layout reminder to the nation, being nice ain't an obligation, but wouldn't it be a beautiful sensation? Bet you would be real nice if you had a time on the watch ticking for your days. How many left? I bet you'd change your ways. Life's fucked up, what can you do? I got a dog that doesn't bark, got a car that doesn't start. I'm so poor, I'm at Walmart. Life's fucked up, what can you do? I got a dog that doesn't bark, got a car that doesn't start. I'm so poor, I'm at Walmart.